Hey guys, welcome to Raj Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing on this Red Friday? Wow, what a crazy day in the markets today. This new COVID scare, the Omnicure, or what do they call it? Omicron. Omicron. Not sure how they come up with that name, but the new Omicron scare had the markets spooked. At one point today, the Dow was down over 1,000 points. Finished the day down 900 points. The worst day in over a year. And which makes no sense because it seems like COVID's been around. We have the different variants and all the different problems, but I don't know why this one really spooked everyone. They're coming out of South Africa. Of course, S&P 500 down 100 points, and the Nasdaq 353 points. So some massive drops. But you're not going to believe it. We actually held in there pretty strong, but we did go down a little bit. And I would have actually been up today. This is so disappointing. I would have been up today. But I did some of my rollouts and some of my accounts. I'm actually up today. I was surprised. And Lucid came all the way back. Once again, it dipped into that $49 level and comes right back to above 50s. And actually, for as bad as the market was today, it actually held up pretty good. So only down 79,000. So for the week, it puts me up $170,000 gain this week. So another successful week. I was hoping to be up 400 grand this week. I mean, usually Black Friday is a pretty no-brainer day, shortened week. It's really. I mean, this came out of nowhere. I don't think anybody was expecting the markets to respond and react like it did, but definitely came out of nowhere. So I did do some roll downs. And I could have put a little bit more money in play, but I didn't want to play cautious because, if this markets continue to dip or there's more scare, the one thing that shows me here is that, obviously Lucid held up, and actually Lucid did better than the markets, only being down, 1.6%, where the markets were all down 2.5. I was worried this morning, because I always watch the markets in the morning around 2 a.m. Mountain Standard Time when they start trading. Lucid was down 11%, down to, in the $47. And I was like, oh God, we're going to have $1 million down day. Well, it opened up, and actually opened up pretty decent around, 50, 51, and it hung around there and bounced around and, kind of dipped. And I was like, it built momentum up as the day went around, and I was like, you know what, we may come back and be okay. Well, with about an hour left in the day, it started going down, and I was doing some roll-ups for around $1. Then I raised them to $1.05, $1.10, because I said, we can make extra money, and we would have had a great profitable day, but instead down a little bit. But honestly, for the way the markets were today, being down 80,000 bucks only is almost like a win. It's not a win, obviously. We're down a little bit, but it was like a win. And like I said, I'm happy we've rolled down into, definitely 46 and 49s. So it takes a little bit of stress off the table. And we still have, hopefully it can finish above 49 next week. $367,000 wouldn't be a shabby week. And will keep us on our way. But, we're still on pace, still up 40%, for the year. So looking really good. But, it was a crazy day in the markets, for sure. So Bitcoin is on its way back down, having a horrible day. Our Coinbase account has been as low as like 118. It's right around 121 right now. You can see that this one in the last day has got all the way, actually it was all the way down to 115. It's been as high as 131. So cryptocurrencies are getting destroyed, which is weird because I thought they were supposed to be the safe haven when all hell breaks loose, but apparently not right now. But Lucid today down 85 cents during the day, and after hours down, down 85 cents, and after hours down 72 cents. But really means nothing where it is right now because it won't matter until Monday when the markets reopen. Also, some other big losers today. Tesla was down quite a bit, 34 points. Did you guys see like Google way down 78 points, which I guess 2%, 2.5%. So in line with the markets. Apple was down. Interesting enough, Apple's up after hours, but I can tell you right now, this must have made for some very big volatility for a lot of option traders today. A lot of guys probably thought, like myself, pretty easy, day here should have, been a cakewalk. would be the right words. But when you all of a sudden wake up and your stocks are 3 to 5% swings, definitely makes for a little bit of excitement. GameStop finally broke through that $200 level. Still makes no sense why it was up so much the other day. Of course, AMC, way down. Travel stocks, they're suspending travel now from all these countries. Look at all the airlines down like 10% today. We're going on a cruise. I hope our cruise in 2 weeks. We got Jackie's birthday bash coming up. I hope that doesn't get affected. This may be some good buying opportunity now that these cruises and everything are back down to, near those 52-week lows. And the premiums are pretty cheap on a lot of these calls and puts and stuff. For go out and buy a leap for, a year away. Big winners today was like Zoom. That was one of the big winners today, up 5%. The big winners were all the pharmaceutical companies. The ones with the vaccinations. Moderna today, oh my God, up 60 points or 56 points, 20%. Was up 60 points at one point. Was just crazy, but still way off its lows. But definitely ran today. So like I said, we'll have to definitely keep an eye on it. But that's obviously the big news. Air travel being restricted, and which is good. If we can isolate the issues. They're calling the new strain the Omicron. It says. I think the markets will bounce back. I think this is oversold. And definitely like companies like Lucid. I was saying to myself when it was down 10% this morning, I was like, I don't get it. They still have orders for cars. They can't produce what they need anyways, and everybody thought is what it's worth. So why would everybody be selling this thing? It should just run, right? But it is what it is, and we survived it. So on to the next one. Satoshi says, buy the dip, Raja. Yeah, no, definitely some great value and opportunities here. I think next week we could see a strong week. It's going to depend on the news on this, it's a brand new thing. There's, 30 people in South Africa, 32 people that's in South Africa, like one in Israel, one in UK or something that has this. So it's new. So it's going to take a while for it to spread. And the vaccination companies are already working on it, and on top of it. So hopefully they get it under control and doesn't spook the markets. We just started a mandatory mask mandate again here in Colorado and the city areas. Casinos don't have one yet, but down here in the cities. So, there's stuff's starting to change again. I don't think we're anywhere in shutting down or anything yet, but they've got to figure out hospital bed situations and what to do with everyone. Jeffrey, thanks, Raja. Love the videos. Very welcome. John, the super red. Too bad not a red screen jackpot. Yeah, so hopefully you guys did good today. I hope everybody didn't get crushed too bad or anything. Chaos says they're saying the new variant doesn't care if you're vaccinated or not. 40% of the people hospitalized with the new strain are fully vaccinated, so people immediately think lockdowns again. Chaos also says I don't really see any good deals with the crash. CCL seems cheap, but waiting until next week to punch a long. Well, the deals would be obviously, what stuff benefits. When, stocks go down. I didn't even look at Netflix today, and Netflix up. So obviously, if we're on lockdown mode again, that's why Zoom and some of those, are back up, because those are the ones that will, do better during a lockdown mode. And obviously travel stocks and leisure stocks will go down. Excuse me. But, how many people will cancel cruises again? How many people, are going to be afraid? And to the whole thing about the 40% of the people hospitalized, but I thought there's only 32 people who even have it right now. So I'm not, too sure. And, they said the companies are researching it now. They said, and we can pull it up here, it said they don't know for sure, since they're already testing variants, or testing underway. And in the article it says they don't really know for sure if I don't think they really know for sure if the vaccination works at all. Honestly, when you read it and you see what they've said about it, it's every day it changes, and definitely they have no clue what's going on. I think at sometimes. Joe says, happy holiday, Raja. Shiba insight, please. I think Shiba is total shit. I have a bunch of it. I bought it because you guys, all my Shiba warriors I don't know where those guys all have been hiding out lately. Every time Shiba goes up there, they show up. But God, when it goes down, we haven't seen them. But yeah, it continues to go down. I don't know. My guess is it'll bounce back to maybe 5 or 6. I thought about buying more of it. Maybe if it went down to like 0.02 or something, I'll buy a little more. Just so it'd be a good long shot. If you average down that low and it did run back half, 2.02 or something, you get out of it even, but it's everything. I mean, Cardano, remember that one? That was $3, $3.10 it got up to, and now it's $1.56. So I don't know. I mean, it's, it's just got to figure out which one's moving, which one's not. I mean, Bitcoin down 7%, Ethereum 8%, XRP. They all said $100,000 year end. If you probably told me Bitcoin would be $54,000 year end, I would think you were crazy. But I don't know what's going on with them. Smurf, Pfizer said if their vaccine isn't effective towards the new strain, they will have one out within 100 days. So, I mean, they're going to keep obviously making new vaccinations, but the problem is people don't want to keep getting vaccinated. I mean, look at the issues they're already having with the booster shots. And, look at Pfizer today hitting a new 52-week high. But they don't make that much money in these vaccinations. Vaccinations isn't a highly profitable business for the manufacturers. That's not what they're after, and that's not, what does well. But it is a big problem, because if we don't figure this out, I mean, we just can't every, few months to have all these issues and vaccinations. And I think one of the companies said the pill form of the vaccination, that didn't work out really well. There is some heart conditions related to some vaccinations, and you can just keep coming out with vaccinations. But I mean, how many? I mean, is it the rest of our life we're going to need 1-2 vaccination every 6 months? Are they just going to start mailing us a kit to the house that we just stab ourselves on our own? It's going to be interesting what happens with all this. I couldn't even speculate. But it's going to make for some volatility in the markets, that's for sure. But, like a lot of these companies were like semiconductors and stuff, and supply chain issues, a lot of that stuff's getting taken care of now. So, obviously, the lockdowns are mostly, obviously, they want to help slow the spread down, but also, because of shortage of hospital beds and different stuff. They claim in America that, 100,000 more people have died this year than last year. I don't know. I definitely now know people who have died from COVID. I definitely know people who get COVID, who have been sick from COVID, who almost died and survived. I mean, we all know those people. There's definitely people, but I also know people who died from, strokes, heart attacks, cancer, and all sorts of other stuff. So, I guess it's a matter of, are we losing? Is our population decreasing faster than it ever did before because of COVID? Or are we weeding out the very, very weakest people of our population, and now we're going to have this really strong population 5 years, 10 years from now that lives longer than ever because all the weak ones that got COVID are dead? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that nobody really has those answers to. The other thing, during lockdown, do we have a surplus of babies? Is 2022 going to be 2021 or 2022 going to be the year of, well, I guess it would be because a lot of lockdowns this year, but did 2021, did we have more babies born than a lot of years just because everyone was in lockdown having sex? I don't know. Where are those statistics? Does anyone know? So, he'll definitely keep an eye on all that. But that's right, the panic selling is overblown, and it is. Like I said, what changed today where everybody just was like, oh my God, it's, like just dump, sell. Like I said, some stocks make sense, obviously the vaccination companies are, should go up because if they have another strain that they get to, give everybody another booster shot or another new, shot this coming year, that's a lot of revenue. It's not huge profits, but it's a lot of revenue. And stuff. So Heath says, all thanks to the new South African variant of the virus. It's just so weird. So it's like, and I was because that's the other thing I did. It's like it said like 20 different protein or 30 different proteins in it, and this and that, which I don't understand a lot of this, and I'm trying to learn it so I sound more intelligent when I talk about it. But it said that like one person had it, but their body couldn't fight it off, so that's how they mutate. Because I'm like, how does all this stuff just keep mutating and changing? And is it like the flu shot where every year they have to give you a new flu shot because they don't know? It changes, and they're just guessing at what it could be. The good news is if we do slow down a little bit, maybe inflation will drop. But, we're finally at a place, too, where, people are back to work, people are doing things and getting back on track. We don't want to go backwards. And the other thing, honestly, I don't know if our U.S. government has another $2 trillion to dish out if we had a shutdown. Obviously, they'll probably create it, but I don't know what they're going to do with it. It's like I said, it's definitely going to be a lot of challenges and changes and different things. But it is what it is. Not much we can do about it except do our best in the markets. So unfortunately today, down 79 grand. For the week, up $170,000. So still on track. Still a great week. Anytime you make 170 grand for the week, it's still great. Obviously, making more is better, and making less is worse. But we still had a profit this week. Honestly, for what it could have been, if Lucid and where it was would have been opened up and stayed down, 8, 9, 10%, I could have had $1 million down day. So, like I said, I have a lot of faith in it. I think it's going to stay above the 50s and stay okay right now. But I did average down to from 50 and 52 to 46 and 49. I just figured, you know what, it's easier to roll up if everything's looking really good next week than have it drop 5 points and all of a sudden, we're down, another $1 million. So we definitely want to protect our profits and be a little bit more cautious. And towards the end of the year, we want to hopefully be able to finish up this year. We're at 40% gain for the year. I want to finish at least some. My goal is 50%. My goal is a lot bigger at the beginning of the year, but my goal, since we've got everything going again, was 50%. So hopefully we can do that. Obviously, and I want to outperform the markets, the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. And of course, the one and only Cathie Woods, who was down again today, which is surprising because Cathie Woods is a big owner of a couple of them that were up pretty good today, I thought. Like Zoom, she has 4% of that one, so that one had a big lift today. But she's got a lot riding on that Tesla and a couple of these. I wonder, Teladoc, how was that one today? Maybe that was up. So is it doctor related? Maybe not. I don't know. Yep, that one was up today. So she got ahead on Teladoc. Let's see what else she got. Roku, that may have been up, TV related. So yep, that one was up. So just some little gains, little stuff here and there, but. Who cares? All we got to worry about Lucid. Doesn't really matter what it's doing after hours. Hopefully next week it pops a little bit, and we've got $367,000 at play for next week. So hopefully it will work out for us. G.I. Joe says, I looked back and it had $25 of Shiba on September 16th. Had I held it, it would be 1 million, or wait, 1 billion or 1 million? 1 billion, say 47.1. I've got goosebumps and I'm sick to my stomach at the same time. Well, you should have held it. I mean, for $25, what did you went to 100 and you're like, I made 4 times my money. God. Whew, that's crazy. But, I don't know. Hopefully it runs again and it will keep going. I don't know. Kevin says, last night's Facebook Live was lit. The Dragon Link was crazy. It was. We did great on it. And don't forget, guys, I am on the road in Las Vegas this coming Monday and Tuesday. So we should have a live show Wednesday when I'm back in Colorado. And then maybe Thursday, I'm not sure, because I have a late night flight off to Connecticut. We're going to Foxwoods. So I'll be on the no show Thursday and Friday on the road. Then I'm here the week after. And then we're off for a week for the cruise. And we'll be into that end of the year stretch. So hopefully this new Omicron variant doesn't distract the markets too bad. And hopefully we see the, that Christmas rally that we were supposed to have. Looks like Black Friday shopping is out underway for if you can find stuff that's still out there available for sale. I actually bought a couple of cool little things I was waiting to buy, but they weren't like anything that was in short demand or anything. I bought these called swirls or Smurl, SMIRL from France. So they're coming over for my business. Pretty cool for my businesses. I'm gonna put them in. Like keeps track in real time when someone signs up to your Facebook or Instagram page. And I'm also got one for the office for Big Jackpot Facebook page. So see how many. So we can count down the goal to 1 million followers on it. But hey guys, if it is your first time watching, and welcome. I hope you guys like the show. Click that subscribe button. Click that follow button if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you. Big shout out to all my Patreon members and YouTube sponsors watching. And I'll see everybody Monday on the Big Jackpot channel for some live play. Of course, I'll have Patreon members. You'll get all my trades real time all week when I'm not live. And I'll make sure that we post daily how I wound up doing in the market. But let's just hope for a little Christmas rally starts Monday, or a nice little comeback rally. And I think we'll be okay. But hey guys, take care. Enjoy the weekend. I'll see everybody Monday.